Till now you have seen how to use web3.js in some separate files with some separate directories, and you actually don't have the knowledge to use it in a full stack project. So what I've thought is that covering it in the some kind of project in which you will be able to leverage it better, you will get a better understanding of how you can actually create a whole full stack project developed on Truffle and then use Web3 in it. So, for creating a project, we can actually use Truffle. Truffle basically is a one-step IDE that provides everything from an initial application template to a local blockchain for testing the completed dApp. We'll use the Truffle IDE environment for assembling various components of a dApp. So what it does is that it basically gives you a box kind of thing. In a box, there will be separate folders, there will be separate files. So in total, it gives you a full stack demo project. So from where you can actually start. Now, how to install Truffle? Let's start. So you have to write npm install -g truffle. So by this command, you can install Truffle globally on your PC. After this has been done, you can check the Truffle version. Then you have some commands out there for the Truffle. Like if you want to create a directory, you can start with Truffle init. So in this, we won't create a directory from the very beginning. We'll get a demo project from one of the Truffle boxes present out there so that we'll be able to easily start with the implementation of the project. So you can right now see that we have the Truffle version, Solidity version, the Node version and the Web3 version right over here. So next up we can do is Truffle unbox React. So this is the command for unboxing or getting a box named as React. This Truffle React box is already present in the Truffle boxes out there. So basically I thought of delivering or just giving you a rough idea of what the boxes are. So if you go to the trufflesuit.com, you have all these options. You can get some tutorials of how to start your projects and all. You click on boxes, you will get a lot of boxes like the drizzle React Native. Like this, you have the React box. So you have to just write it as like Truffle unbox and then React or Truffle unbox pet shop. You have to like start it like that, and you can see the easiest way to get started out here. Or you can also create a box. This is only for developers. You can leave this for now. If you go on tutorials, you will get a whole lot of options about how to deploy with Truffle themes and all, debugging or smart contracts like that. The documentation is also already there, so you can look into it. I have told you about the ganache, the truffle, and yeah, so that's it. So we started with a very basic, a very new directory. After that, we just put up the command truffle unbox react. Now I'll tell you what all has happened with this command. So Truffle unbox React. So it first prepares to download the box from the Truffle boxes I showed you in the last section, and then it downloads the box, then setting up the box. What setting up the box means, it gets all the files, it does all the package managers install, then it sets up all the node modules, then it sets up the dependencies, and so on and so far. It goes on setting everything, and once it's set up, it shows unbox successful suite. Okay, so now You can see a lot of files have come out here, a lot of files, a lot of folders. You can just have a look out here. Yes, so don't be overwhelmed with all of these. I'll take you through each and every one of them. So next up, we'll see some commands which have been provided by this Truffle box. Firstly, the Truffle compile. What this can do is, when you use this command, it will compile all your contracts, the Solidity contracts which are present in the contracts folder together, and then give you the compiled versions of them. Next up, we have the migrate. Truffle migrate is basically to deploy your contracts on a test network, whichever is specified in the truffle config.js. The truffle test command is used for testing the contracts. You have some testing folders out here in which there are some tests written. So you will get to know. I'll take you through all of them basically. So now let's check out what's next. Now we'll see there's a client folder. Don't go in the client folder right now. We have a contracts folder. So what does this contract folders do? It will contain all your Solidity files, all your smart contracts out here. In the migration folder, it will contain the files which will needed to migrate the contracts or deploy the contracts. So it's basically a prototype, basically a certain format, you can say. You just copy the format and paste it. That's it for now. If there are any changes, I'll let you know. Then we have the test. Here we'll have some test files to check if our smart contracts are running or not. So let's get into the simple storage.sol. So this is the smart contract. Let's check what's there in the smart contract. So you can see there's a pragma line. There's this contract name. There's a global variable of the type uint known as stored data. There's a function set. So what does this do? It takes a parameter x of uint type and it stores the data in the stored data global variable. So basically the stored data will now be given the value of x, whatever you pass in the set function. For the get function, what it does, it returns a uint, which is basically the value stored in the stored data variable, back to the console. Or you can see the function caller basically. So as the name suggests, this is the get function, this is the set function for the stored data. Then we have the migrations folder. In the migrations, it's basically this format you have to just follow. It says var simple storage is equal to artifacts.require. It requires the artifacts, which is basically this contract, simple storage.sol, and module.exports function deployer.deploy simple storage. Nothing much heavy. It's basically you have to just copy the same format and keep it out there. So now we'll go to the next step, this client, and then go to src and then go to app.js. So app.js is the main base integrating file where we will directly connect it from the backend, which is the blockchain smart contracts, and here only the most amount of web3.js is used. So I'll tell you how to instantiate app.js and how to work on it.